All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So we are taking a look at TTOO, MVIS, and Duo on this one, all right? Duo is definitely a new one, but it very quickly caught my eye, and I think you can see why when we get to it, all right? Listen, we are definitely in live trading hours, all right? The market is not closed right now. You know, if you watch my videos, we really only care about the market close, all right? We wait for the candles to finish, we do our analysis, we attack or run accordingly, right? So though the day is not over, we're gonna see some movements on the percentages. We're gonna see candles go up and down as I make this. I think all three of these have really shown their cards for today, all right? A lot can happen in the next 2.5 hours, so I hope I don't like eat my words, but I think I don't feel too bad making this video and starting to look forward to tomorrow, all right? So man, TTOO has been a beast. MVIS is still on the border, and we finally have an earning date, so that's really important. And then Duo, really big, really big gap fill opportunity if it hits, okay? But before we go any further, what are we going to do today? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these things are setting up short term. We do have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to the channel, share this video online, comment good or bad. Look, anything you can do really does help me out, especially if you can actually share the video. I don't have a big social following, so it does really well when bigger people do that for me. But hey, I appreciate your time and being here. And TTOO. Oh my goodness, all right? It has been an amazing few days to say the least. It's been a lot of really fun conversations on Twitter. I've actually enjoyed them. I literally said it yesterday. The convos have been almost as fun as all the money we're making here. You know what I mean? But look, let's talk about TTOO, and there's a few things I really want to talk about, all right? The first thing is when I talk about things like, hey, I would rather avoid down here and trade up here, all right? I hope you see what that manifested into, right? I was banging on the drum of just wait for this line to break. At one point it was 15, right? I lowered it to 14, but hey, even if you waited for 15, we're sitting at over double that, right? Like I know it sounds weird when I say, look, I know going from 9 to 14 is alone a 50% move. I know that, right? But man, it's such a noisy thing, and it really could have gone bad. And just as good as it went up, man, if we lost this, it really could have gone down horribly. So as much as you want to look at this and be like, damn, I wish I got in here, or damn, I wish I got in here, I'm telling you, waiting for this and riding what we got, this is what I believe good, safe swing, especially swing trading. Look, if your finger is on the mouse the entire day, hey baby, you do you, all right? You have full control of your money. You can do things I actually can't do, all right? I got a full-time job. I'm literally making this video right now because my afternoon is stacked, and like I can't make videos, let alone can I make immediate decisions on my money, right? So if I wait for this, nice, right? And look, one of the big things I was saying yesterday was when that 21 line crossed, right? We were talking a lot about 21, especially on Twitter. Once 21 crossed, I knew it was not game over. It was let's go. You are like, look, just look at like, okay, there's so many words. Like, dude, this TTOO movement was beautiful. Hey, let me say this real quick. I sold some shares today, all right? I did not sell 100%, all right? But I banked more than 100% gain on what I sold today. And I'll be so honest with you, if tomorrow runs up another 60, I am not going to be sad that I sold some today. But if tomorrow dropped like even 10% and I sold nothing, I would have had a little too much on TTOO, and that actually really would have hurt me. Now, don't get me wrong, it would have, profits would have still been rolling and stuff, right? And most people just see it like that. But to me, I'm not here to throw away good money. And I don't mind not gaining the full. I talked about it with TUP. Let me just go back to TUP real quick, all right? Look, I made some sells somewhere here and then somewhere here, all right? It definitely went down. Today's going back up. Today's making me wonder if I'm going to get back in. We'll see what happens at 422. Like, this isn't about talking about TUP, right? But when you've run more than 100%, it's actually really easy to get greedy and say to yourself, dude, this guy's been talking about 62. That's still almost another 50% from where we're at right now. Oh, that's getting greedy. Pigs get slaughtered. I've been slaughtered before, all right? Like, look, I love everyone that says I'm really good. Like, I appreciate you so much for saying that, all right? I have felt the sting of being so confident in my lines that I just let it roll. And knock on wood, look, I live a comfortable life, right? It hasn't like burned me to a horrible degree, but I have felt the sting of that to where I don't do it anymore. And banking a nice little percentage, again, well beyond 30 cents is a double, right? From 15. 39 is another 30% on top of the 100, right? Like, dude, I'm telling you, as much as I was banging the drum of 60, I'm still here saying I think it's going here, all right? We're going to talk about what needs to happen for it to go here, right? But yeah, I'm not saying I sold because I don't believe in this 62. I sold because honestly, number one, I don't have my finger on the mouse the whole day, and if this thing does bad things, I'll be so sad. Number two, if it still goes up, baby, I got shares. And it's cool. I'll still gain the other 50%. I don't need it on all of it, you know? So just my thoughts there, all right? So let's talk about tomorrow, all right? The first thing to talk about is this volume thing. I was saying on the last video, because we were here, we were at 88 million, 89 million. I still remember the exact number. I remember being at this 89 million and saying, look, if we can get to 100 million, 125, oh, it's game over. Baby, we went to 295 million shares, followed by today's 312, still having another 2 hours to trade. All right, like, this is what happens when volume comes. You drop a monster 54% day and then another 64%. And look, I kept saying there was more gas in the tank. I kept saying there was more gas in the tank. 60% day is more gas in the tank, right? Look, I think there is actually still a little more gas, but here's the only thing I don't know. All right. So the way it works, you know, I always say it, break the 8, go to the 20, break the 20, go to the 50, break the 50, go to the 100, break the 100, go to the 2. We are over the 100. Yes, I physically see that this candle is way up here and the 100 is way down there. Okay. I'm not here implying that we're going to come down to 25 cents tomorrow. I think that's an extreme drop. But hey, I'll be honest with you. That was in the back of my head when I considered making my sell. All right. And honestly, I made my sell at 39 cents. So anything in the 40 above is more money that I probably could have banked. I saw it run up to 45 cents. I got out at 39 because I wasn't sure 40 was going to hit. If I was really confident in 45 today, I would have put my sell at 44 cents. You know, I don't like zeros and fives, but yeah, I was real comfortable. 39, get out the way, versus taking that 44. And again, it's a decent percent more. It actually is, but hey, it's all good, baby. It is, right? So, but again, tomorrow, just look at where we're at. Okay. Oh shit. We're even higher. We're here. Red. Green could be a red down. And actually, I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow comes down to 33 cents. All right. Why do I think that? Honestly, I think a lot of it is this 91 RSI. That's a really high RSI. All right, dude, MACD is beautiful. This is some of the best divergence. Again, divergence, just a fancy word for the two lines going away from each. Like, this is textbook beautiful as we're going above the zero line. This is volume getting better and better and better. Like that is textbook. This 91 scares me a little bit. And just as I zoom out, all right, as I zoom out, TTOO hits a high number and then drops. Hits a high number, then drops. Man, this number is probably the closest it's been, 89 and then dropped. This is a better, like I think just even this more recent is better. High number drop, high number drop. I'm afraid we're going to hit a high number and do a hard drop. And one more time, I just didn't want to lose it. I didn't want to go down. I would have been more sad if this thing went down a little bit than I would have been sad if it went up and I didn't have my full shares. For real, for real. So one more time, what am I kind of looking for? I'm looking for a 33-cent cool off, or for real, we're running to the 62. Because again, where are we, baby? We're right here. We're at just red, 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 red. Green, 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 right? And if we go here, man, we're probably actually going to go up here. Because if we go up tomorrow, we have confirmed the 100 moving average break, right? Tomorrow either confirms the 100 breaks and we want to go here, or tomorrow says, hey, look, I can't quite yet confirm the 100. And remember, even if we come down to 34, 33, that will still put us above the 100, but it will not be confirmed. Confirmation means another big green candle up. All right, just remember that. So we're waiting for the 100 to confirm. If it confirms good enough, I don't even give a crap about the 62 number. We're going up to the 200 at 87. You know what I mean? So listen, earnings are coming next week. I personally will probably sell everything before earnings. Even if the chart is fantastic, I will probably sell every single share and buy back in if the earnings are good. I don't care if I miss a gap up of like 30-40% after hours. I don't, because I would be, again, more scared of a gap down of like 20%. So just earnings are a scary thing, all right? And that's actually going to be a good lead to the next one. But hey, let's look at the weekly really quick. Look at this weekly. Again, it's the 20 moving average. We're definitely above it, right? It needs to confirm next week. And if it does, dude, the 50 moving average is at $1.57. This next green thing is at $1.11. And I think that $1.11 lines up pretty well. Oh man, it's even higher than that. Listen, you know I always say, don't have a $1.50 dream on a 40-cent stock. All right, it makes you greedy, and it makes you like going to 60s a lot. But the problem is, it's definitely not $1.50, and you can really miss out on some good bankable profits if you have a $1.50 dream and you ignore the amazing move from 15 to 60 that might be happening. Let alone the amazing move from 15 to 40 cents, right? So TTOO, it's been a beautiful few days, all right? All right, let's come to MVIS. All right, my MVIS family here. I think we all know what the important thing is. So Just Sharded actually did put it in the comments this morning. I now actually do see the headlines that confirm it. There is an earnings date for MVIS, okay? Now look, I say this for every single stock, okay? Earnings scare me. All right, I know this thing did a monster run after the last earnings. And I know everyone in the back of their head, their mouth is salivating, just waiting for the earnings to come, because the expectation is, baby, we did it 3 months ago, we can do it again. Listen, I know that. I have personally believed that myself on other stocks. I've been right and made money. I've been wrong and lost money. I've actually been more wrong than right. And because of that, man, I'm afraid to hold. I am afraid to hold into earning. Even if I've taken the time to go back and listen to the last two earnings call. So in this case, it would be Q1 and Q2. No, so it would be Q4 and Q1, right? Because we're about to get the Q2 results here. So much can happen, you know, and there was a lot of run up from buyback and from new customer and like a lot of like just, you know, I think there was a lot, especially the buyback. I think that was the real big thing, right? Are we expecting that kind of monster level news this time? Let me ask, how confident were they on the last call of this upcoming earnings call? You know, just look, I have a corporate job. Generally speaking, all 4 quarters generally don't crush it. Usually one or two like does really well, one is kind of flat, and then one sucks. Hopefully your two make up for the other two, and you've got yourself a good year, right? So, you know, I'm just giving perspectives, right? I cannot blindly tell my people, and you know you're my people, baby, and I love you so much and I appreciate your time, but I really can't blindly tell you, hey, last earnings were good, this one should be too. I think you should really take the time to like go listen to the last two, get the guidance, right? How good was the guidance from Q4 to Q1? How confident does the guidance seem like and sound like on Q2 coming from the last one, right? But listen, to me, there's only two things that matter, all right? Break the 50 moving average and fly, lose the 200 and die. All right. There is probably nothing else that will happen after the earnings. Either earnings will be good, earnings will be great, earnings will destroy the 50 and it will run. And if we can get over this line, green, 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 red, 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 green, 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 takeoff. Because remember, we were knocking on the door of 13, right? We didn't get over this 9 line, and I'm not trying to underestimate or you know, downplay this, but dude, there's a little insignificant nothing. 14, basically 1390 plus. This thing wanted to go to 14, and either earnings are good enough that we destroy 450 and either go to that 9 or 14 or for real. Earnings doesn't do what earnings is supposed to do. Earnings even if we as individuals, and when I say we, it's kind of you guys are more long and you guys have passion here and all that. Even if you like the earnings, dude, it's all about what the market says. And here's a really good example. PayPal. PayPal had good earnings in my humble individual opinion. They beat their revenue and they came at number to earnings per share. However, we're sitting at an 11% loss, and more than anything, we go to a hard gap down of all moving averages. Horrible MACD, horrible RSI, and now a very bad continuation of volume. This is the reaction from the earnings that happened last night. I swear on my mom, I thought the earnings was good. I was surprised that it was at -6%. I actually shared something on Twitter that StockTwits posted. But yeah, I was surprised that the 6% down after hours happened, but I am not shocked at all that it's doubled since regular hours. And honestly, we're coming down here to 63, then we're coming down here to 61, and dude, I don't even know, like, yeah, bad things are going to happen if 61's lost. I can tell you that right now. And again, this is not a PayPal analysis. The analysis was, look, either it gaps down bad or we Palantir. It gaps up hard and run. I sincerely believe there's no in between come next week. And for me, I would rather sit on the sidelines, wait, see which one happens, and then I react accordingly. But hey, be careful going into next week. Please let me know what you're feeling going into next week. Like, I really want to know what your thoughts are in terms of like, are you expecting any news? Are you expecting any updates from last time? Like what are you expecting? I would really love to know. But Mavis, I don't think we even need to look at the weekly. I think it is all about what the earnings is. And really, it's, I think, less about what the earnings is and more what the market reaction to the earnings is. All right. So Mavis, let me know your thoughts and opinions. But for real, not a lot of technical analysis I can do here. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the duo chart. All right, this is an to say this. I mean, look. Okay, let me take a step back. We still need to confirm the 8 moving average break. All right. Yes, this got over the line. Yes, this physically is over it. Today, this opens at 24 and is currently sitting at 20. All right. More people lost 20% today than they've gained anything so far. Because again, losing 4 cents on a 20-cent stock, that's 10%, 10%, right? That more people lost 20. That said, again, this is a really, really, really healthy volume growth. I know it looks a little pump and dumpy, but it's actually not. That's a good increase. That's a good increase from that. That's a good increase from that. And like I said, this is a healthy line. I'm not doing any silly like these or anything, right? So, dude, red might actually take this all the way up to 40. That's a 2x from where we're sitting at right now. And just look, baby, there is absolutely nothing between the green line and the orange line if it confirms, right? So I think this is the money line if you're not in. I think closing at 22 cents gives a lot of reason to believe this is going to come to the 40s, all right? Duo, I have no idea why it gapped down. I don't even care. You know that, right? But dude, crazy things will also happen if it can get all over this and fly. The weird thing actually is, man, this is low enough to where if momentum holds, dude, we might actually do some crazy things here. So I think Duo is a must watch. All right, let's look at the weekly again. Not good things on the weekly to say the least, but again, there's actually not a single point of resistance to all the way up here to 67 cents on the weekly. And again, MACD is actually not that far from the zero line, despite the fact that it tanked so hard. And RSI is kind of doing the thing. And hey, even that to that is not that bad, right? Obviously, it pumped and dumped, but this pump and this pump comparatively aren't too bad. So look, Duo is a must watch, all right? Hey, I normally do these at close. Please make sure you wait for the close before doing things. Again, that's my opinion. Sometimes I dip my toes under. I shouldn't actually say that, but let me know your thoughts and opinions. Otherwise, thank you.